Hey guys, Abby here. So today I am talking about my sketch of basically me. I am working at Pizza Hut and I really got inspired with like the diner and kind of way how people work, and I really want to express that through drawing. So I decided I would probably be best to draw. So I really tried to challenge myself today with the pose, and I added some I did some thumbnail sketches and played around with poses and how I could draw myself to make it look as expressive as I could. Because I know recently my drawings have been very static, if that's the right word, and I kind of want to get out of that. So I found the best way of doing this is actually doing thumbnail sketches. So I'll try and import some pictures here of what they look like. And I'm quite sorry about how you're not seeing me draw the sketch, but until I get a better setup for my recording sketches, I most likely will not be doing as many traditional art drawings. Which I kind of really want to, because I really enjoy doing traditional art. It's my favourite. I'm obsessed with colour and blending my marker pens. I find them so fun and so it's very therapeutic. So okay, back to the drawing. And okay, so right now I'm basically adding a base layer, and this is so I can, after I like to be able to see all the colours that I'm using instead of focusing on one section, which is what I used to do. I found this really hard because you got the lighting wrong, nothing really fit together. So I changed this up a little bit just to try and get everything to sit and fit well together. And I guess Pizza Hut is actually a really good place. It's quite fun, but it's so tiring, it hurts your feet, and I kind of just want to express that in this drawing. Like, it looks like I'm running around, trying to be as quick as I can, get people their pizzas, because people want their food quickly when they go to a restaurant, obviously. And yeah, I think it's a fun place. But okay, so now you can see that I've finished all the layers. Back to the drawing. And basically, oh sorry about that, my computer crashed and I was like, oh my god, no, I've lost everything. But luckily it auto-saved. I have no idea how it did that. So basically, now what I'm doing, as you can see, is you go to the layer and you lock the layer. Because as soon as you lock the layer, you can colour in that one area and it won't go over the lines. This is why I also do just a base layer, because then you can specifically keep it directly on that layer and you don't have to worry about rubbing it out, and it's just so much simpler. Okay, so doing the clothing, I used to be so bad at folds, and I guess you just have to look and practice and explore different clothing, because everything falls differently on every single person, and I guess it's kind of made up a little bit, but you eventually kind of get the hang of how clothing works, especially on skinny jeans. It's always quite tight fitting, obviously, because it's skinny, and then by the knee area it always kind of bushels up a little bit because you're always moving. And I think trousers are my all-time favourite to draw out of clothing. It's probably the easiest. Then we can look back at the hair, and I find hair is my most favourite thing. It's so nice to draw, it flows, it's pretty, and it can have so much depth into it. And I guess my favourite thing is to colour in the hair, because you can just make it look as real as you want it to. Okay, so yes. Now we're just about to get on to some extra shading into the pizzas, And this is where I kind of wanted to try and make it look like it was glowing, and you'll see this in the later stages, just after some finishing touches. Just trying to darken it up a little bit, try and make it pop. And oh, here we used on the shoes, I used the ink tool, because you can make the scratchy parts into the leather, which I thought kind of looked kind of cool. It made them look worn and a little bit used. And then finally I give it a little bit of a pop of colour, which I thought would go well against the black, which is like the lime green. And then finally, this is what I think is probably the best thing about digital art, is that you can make it glow. You can like delete anything, and you can fade backgrounds, and I think it's just like the world is your oyster when you do digital art. Obviously I'm still quite new to it. I've only made a couple of digital arts recently, and I've only just got into it, but the possibilities are endless. You can make absolutely anything, and the results compared to traditional, obviously traditional is more, you get that aesthetic feeling of accomplishment and how it's like a physical copy. I think that gives it value, whereas digital is, obviously it's digital and it feels like it's not as real, but both of them, they're just so fun to play with. So now we're on to what I'm doing with the pieces, like adding glows and overlays, and basically this kind of makes what makes digital art. It's different, and it kind of makes it pop, and I just love it. I personally think it creates another stage to it. It makes it glows, and so it looks like we've come to the end of our video. I've hoped you enjoyed this, and maybe you've learned a couple of things. So yeah, hopefully in the future you'll come back and have a little look at my YouTube videos. Thank you, bye.